What's up YouTube, it's Fuzzymotion, and today we're going to be talking about some of the interesting perk selections for the brand new Call of Duty Advanced Warfare coming out later this year in November. What you're seeing right now is some free-for-all gameplay on Strike Zone. This is not part of the Strike Zone 24/7 map pack. This is just me jumping into a free-for-all and finding a decently sized free-for-all lobby, as it's been very hard to find any that are even close to filled. I'm using the CBJ-MS extended mags. I got the muzzle brake on there as well. And I'm just trying to use quirky guns just because I'm getting bored of this game and I need something to keep my interest. And it would be really boring to sit here and watch MTAR Vector gameplay until November. So I figure let's just switch it up and let's just use some things. This gun is usable. I don't think it isn't. And it's very usable if you're going against a group of people that like to throw down some health packs or body armor, but at the same time, you know, it's got its flaws, and you'll definitely see that. It gets beat out at range. But enough about that. Let's go ahead and talk about today's topic, which is the perk selections. Now, a lot of people have been doing perk videos for the new Advanced Warfare. I've seen a few, and I'll link one down in the description that I've seen, which actually prompted me to make this video. One thing about Advanced Warfare that you'll notice is that there is no dead silence. I will repeat that. Dead silence is absent from Advanced Warfare. Now, the one thing they do have in Advanced Warfare is a perk called Blast Suppressor, and this is interesting to note. Your exoskeleton movements will always show up on the minimap. So this game is all about like double jumping and boost sliding and boost dashing and moving through the air really fast. Well, every time you do that, you show up on the minimap. So the closest thing you have to dead silence is a perk that silences the movement which is encouraged in the game. So it's almost like saying that the game just feels that you're going to be more noticeable if you do anything. So then you would think, okay, well then I guess the footsteps are rather softer or quiet, as this guy cleans me up with a shotgun. I had absolutely no shot. I think I got 2 hit markers on him too, which was ridiculous. I was pretty sure I killed him, but you know, netcode says otherwise. So you would think, oh, okay, well that must mean that the footsteps are pretty silent in order for them to completely leave out an essential perk. But, you know, a perk that's been around since the beginning of Call of Duty, and Call of Duty, like, 1, I think, or Call of Duty 4, as far as multiplayer goes. But at any rate, you would just think, okay, maybe it's because the footsteps are not that important. You know, maybe they're Black Ops 2 footsteps. Maybe, you know, you don't get to hear them as much. Well, according to people that have actually listened to the gameplay audio, the footsteps are loud as fuck, and I'm quoting right now, loud as fuck is what 402 Thunder named the footsteps in Advanced Warfare. He said, the footsteps are loud as fuck, you can definitely hear people, they need to be quieted. Now, I know that Nadeshot from the Optic competitive team has already complained about this. We all know that Search and Destroy is one of the top 3 staple game types in Call of Duty, and a perk that is essential to that game type would have to be, without a doubt, dead silence. Because when people know where you are, people know how to play, and people can think about what you're doing, and it makes it very difficult to move around the map and to, you know, strategize or just to creep behind people when they can hear exactly where you are. And everybody's using headsets, everybody's, you know, sound whoring is what, you know, they call it when you're just kind of listening in and listening for people to move around. Even the slightest of movements, when somebody reloads, somebody jumps up on something, or opens a door, or does anything, you know, people are listening for that, and people just have jobs on a team where they just run to a position and they sound whore. That's all they do, and then they just let their teammates know, and their teammates react, and that's how they win a Search and Destroy. So, you know, it's interesting to see that Sledgehammer absolutely has no intention of putting dead silence in. Now, the question becomes, well, why is that? Why is it that you've taken out a perk that's been essential to a game type? And this isn't confirmed or anything, and nobody's really talked about this, but I just want to throw this out there as some food for thought. We talked about, in the competitive scene at least, there may be a change to about 5 competitive different game types that pros will play. Would it be too far-fetched to think that Advanced Warfare, the people at Sledgehammer, they're trying to... Oh, wait, we gotta see this. 2, 3, and give me the 4th. Boo! That is the coolest thing. The IMS just cleaned them up, and I'm just so excited. I'm like, did that just happen? Like 4 in a row? Including a dog? Oh, man. I can't even begin to tell you. That was like a symphony of awesome. that just went off with my IMS just cleaning up everybody in bar. I spent a lot of time in bar in this gameplay, not too different from the truth, but how I am in real life, but still, I like to hold down this spot. You get a lot of views of different spawn points, and people always sort of traffic through this area. Now, back to my original point. Would it be too far-fetched to think that Advanced Warfare, that Sledgehammer is secretly trying to get rid of Search and Destroy? Maybe they're kind of sick of it. Maybe they just want to see that game type go away. You know, we saw Capture the Flag, which has been a staple game type in Call of Duty since Call of Duty 4, go away for a year when they didn't have it put in for Ghosts, and we ended up having to use Blitz instead. Would it be too far-fetched to think that maybe Sledgehammer's trying to do the same thing, and they want to get some of their newer game types put in, as we have a host migration here? I'm sorry, I can't really do much about it. But I will say that this host migration probably saved me, because that nade was right next to me. That's probably the first host migration I've ever been happy to see. I can't say that for certain. I don't know the people at Sledgehammer Games, and I don't know any of their personal agendas or anything like that. I fucking thought I killed this dude. I even thought I saw an orange hit marker. Let's go back. I can't even go back right now. I was going to say, go back and look at that. I swear to God, I got an orange hit marker. I don't know the people at Sledgehammer well enough to say that sort of thing, but I mean, if you think about it, it's not too far-fetched to maybe surmise that somebody around the office thought that they've been seeing too much Search and Destroy, and maybe they wanted to get some of their newer game types in. What better way to kill a game type than by removing the perk most commonly associated with it? In fact, without that perk, that pretty much makes Search and Destroy like a fruitless effort or endeavor. Most pros would probably not want to play it if they didn't have Dead Silence. Now, I haven't played the game, so I don't really know what the footsteps are like. I don't know what the game type or the game speed is like. In fact, nobody's played Search and Destroy because it wasn't available at Gamescom. But what I will say is, trying to play Search and Destroy on any game, any Call of Duty related game, is most definitely a very annoying game to play. And this is the end of the gameplay. I go 30-5. It was rather quick. But we didn't even have a full lobby. If we had a full lobby, it might have gone even a little quicker. CBJ-MS, not too bad of a gun. Give it a shot if you'd like to go ahead and try something new until Advanced Warfare comes out. Don't forget to pre-order. I don't get paid for saying that, but the pre-orders are pretty cheap. It's your boy Fuzzymotion. Guys, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, favorite, comment, subscribe, and your comments are always, always appreciated. We'll see you in the next one, YouTube. Have a good one.